Welcome back guys to the Seadoo series. Today's episode 4 of our Seadoo reviews, and today we're talking about 5 things you need to take out on your Seadoo. Roll the intro. Okay, now these are in no particular order, but number 1 for me is a dry bag. So what I do is I use a 5-litre dry bag. In this I'll keep basically anything I don't want to get wet. So mainly camera equipment and stuff like that. What I'll do is the straps aren't fantastic to keep on your back, so I'll put it inside my backpack, which keeps it nice and snug on my back. You could also use bigger ones to keep towels dry, specifically if you're on the Seadoo Spark like myself, and put it in the front compartment. But cameras, phones, and all those electronics that you don't want to get wet, they're going to be too bumpy in that front compartment, which is why I keep it in a backpack. So for me, dry pack. Jump online, very, very cheap option, and something you do need. Okay, number 2 guys is a tow rope. Grab yourself a small tow rope, leave it inside the front of the ski because you never know when you'll need it. So for example, when we went out, Uncle Carl unfortunately sucked up a little bottle cap and meant he had to be towed home, which took us about 2.5 hours. So comes in very handy. You never know when you need it, but it takes up little space. So throw in a tow rope just in case. And number 3 sort of ties in with the last one. Even if you think if you're going out for just a short trip, like you're just going out for a quick squirt for an hour, throw in a bottle of water, because who knows, if you do unfortunately break down, at least you've got water for that long journey back. You may go half an hour out, but to get back that may take 2.5, even 3 hours just to get towed back in. You don't want to be sitting in the sun with no water on board. So make sure you throw water in and a tow rope every time you go out. That's number 2 and 3. Okay guys, and number 4 is dressing for the conditions. So make sure you do keep warm, because there's nothing worse than getting out on the water and being freezing cold. So wear a hoodie if you have to, wear some track pants if you really had to, but make sure you keep warm. You can get boots, you can get gloves as well, which I wear on a really windy day, but make sure you do keep warm, otherwise it will ruin your experience. Another cool little tip, throw on some sunglasses that you don't mind losing. So if you have to go out and buy a second pair, which are a little bit cheaper, do that, because obviously you will be unhappy if you fall off and your good sunglasses are gone. So pick a pair of sunglasses you don't mind losing. Also, find a hat that's really comfortable and not going to fall off when you're traveling at those super speedy, super top speeds that your skis get up to. Nothing worse than flying along, you're like, yeah, lean back, and then whoosh, your hat's gone in the water, and then you got to put it back on and it's all wet. So find one that fits like a glove. That's number 4. And number 5 on the list is something we always carry around, but sometimes we don't want to take out on the ski for fear that we will lose it or break it, is our mobile phone. So make sure we take this, because this is how you're either going to take those super cool pictures to show you out on your jet ski, show your friends that don't have a jet ski how cool it is, or if you need to call for help, or even if you just need to let your wife know or your partner know when you're home so they can cook dinner, make sure you take the phone with you. Cool little hack as well is, if you don't want to throw it in the dry pack we spoke about, find a Tupperware container that does fit your phone and will fit in the front compartment, because the benefit with that, if it does fly open and pops out when you're jumping waves and doing those cool spins, is it will actually float. So bonus tip there. Apart from that, drop in the comments anything else you guys love to take or need to take, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, man. So thanks for watching guys. That's 5 things that I recommend you guys take out on your Seadoos. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button somewhere right there, because I've got plenty more coming up along with the ones that are already up on YouTube, which is the Seadoo Spark Top Speed. So if you haven't seen that one, jump on that one. What is sports mode? Also the Seadoo Spark review. And coming up, I've got how far you can go on 1 tank of fuel in a Seadoo Spark, 5 reasons why you should look at buying a Seadoo Spark, and my favorite, the best camera to use out on your jet ski, because there's so many on the market, but it's so hard to get a good shot while you're out on your jet ski because of the way they move. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you out on the water.